There are thoughts that never go away. Faces that return, even when the mind tries to forget. Have you ever thought intensely about someone and felt, deep down, that that thought isn't just yours? Sometimes you realize that, no matter how hard you try to divert your attention, that person continues to surface in your dreams, in your memories, in the small everyday occurrences. As if an invisible thread still binds you, beyond time and distance. It's not just nostalgia. It's not even simple attachment. It's something more subtle, more mysterious, something that belongs to the language of the soul. In today's video, I want to walk you through one of those internal phenomena that we've all experienced at least once in our lives, the energetic connection that's activated when you can't stop thinking about someone. A connection that doesn't exist in the mind, but in the vibrations of the heart. You'll discover that behind those seemingly obsessive or random thoughts lie three profound truths, three invisible processes that connect two beings even at a distance. And understanding them can completely transform the way you experience relationships, separation, love, and the memory of the soul. Welcome to Holistic Strategy, the channel where we explore together deep psychology, spirituality, and the mysteries of human consciousness. Before you begin, remember to subscribe to the YouTube channel and leave your precious like. This will help us always create new content. Now take a few conscious breaths, let go of the outside noise, and open yourself to what you're about to hear. Because nothing happens by chance, not even a recurring thought. First truth, your thoughts reach his unconscious. Every thought is energy. And every energy leaves a trace. When you think intensely about someone, you're not simply remembering, you're sending a frequency, a vibration that travels through subtle space and reaches their unconscious mind. Quantum science and ancient spiritual traditions seem to converge precisely on this point. Thought is not just a mental activity, but an expanding vibrational field. It's like a wave that starts from you and travels through the ether, encountering, if it finds resonance, the frequency of another being. Have you ever thought intensely about someone, and shortly thereafter received a message from them, or found them online, or encountered a sign that reminded them of them? It's not suggestion. It's synchronicity. It's the effect of an energetic connection that continues to breathe even after physical contact has ceased. Our unconscious minds are like antennas, they wordlessly capture the emotional waves of those who think of us. And if that thought stems from a strong emotion, love, pain, nostalgia, or even anger, it carries with it a more intense vibrational charge, capable of transcending rational barriers. So, when you think of someone with genuine emotion, a part of them senses it. They're not aware of it, but they may feel a sudden sense of uneasiness, or calm, or a calling, as if a distant echo were touching them. And that echo is you. This is why it's important to remember, every thought is a form of energy transmission. If your mind is filled with fear, the other person will feel tension. If, on the other hand, you cultivate peace and serenity, that energy will envelop them like a subtle caress. When you become aware of this power, everything changes. You are no longer a victim of your thoughts, but become the guardian of your energy. You begin to consciously choose what to send into the world, and also what to retain. And then the connection will no longer be pain, but communication. It will no longer be nostalgia, but light traveling between two listening souls. Second truth, his energy field mirrors yours. Every human being emits an electromagnetic field, an aura that reflects their emotional and mental state. When you think about someone consistently and intensely, your auras begin to synchronize, like two instruments vibrating to the same note. Even if you don't speak, even if you haven't seen each other for a while, your energies continue to touch, to mirror each other. It's as if, in the invisible world, there exists a point where your frequencies meet and a silent dialogue is created, made up of sensations, intuitions, dreams, and premonitions. Perhaps you've sensed their sadness before you even knew it, or received a message precisely when you were thinking about them intensely. This isn't telepathy in the magical sense of the term, but energetic resonance. What vibrates within you is echoed in the other. Your inner state then becomes a responsibility. Because, like it or not, what you transmit also affects the other. If you send anxiety or need, the other will feel confused. If you send free and gentle love, their field will also be pacified. This is why authentic connections are not born from control, but from harmony. Love is not possession, but shared vibration. The more you purify yourself internally, the clearer the external mirror becomes. In this invisible reciprocity, the universe teaches you a powerful lesson: every emotion you project is a reflection of your inner world. When you feel peace, your connection also calms. When you become agitated, everything seems to slip away. And then you learn that true mastery lies not in making the other change, but in transforming your own energy. Because when you find peace within, you no longer need to chase it outside. Over time, this awareness also transforms the bond. You no longer feel the need to know if he's thinking of you, because you sense his subtle presence. You no longer seek confirmation, because you know that what needs to flow between you will always find the right path. And even if you never meet again, a part of you will continue to resonate, like two notes that never stop vibrating in the air, even after the music has ended. Third truth: fate begins to move. There comes a moment when the energetic connection surpasses the threshold of the invisible and begins to manifest itself through signs and synchronicities. Fate, guided by a wisdom the mind cannot comprehend, begins to pull the strings. Then seemingly impossible coincidences appear: premonitory dreams, recurring numbers, songs that speak specifically of you, unexpected encounters, or even the feeling that time is bending to allow you to cross paths once again. But be careful, these signs don't always mean you need to get back together. They often indicate that something needs to be understood, resolved, or healed. The universe doesn't bring people back by chance. Sometimes it does so to reconcile, other times to liberate. If your thoughts recall a person, ask yourself, what do I need to understand from this bond? Perhaps there's still a wound to heal, an emotion to let go, or forgiveness to grant. When you can think of that person no longer with pain, but with gratitude, the frequency shifts. The bond lightens, nostalgia transforms into peace, and love ceases to be a need and becomes consciousness. You then understand that true love isn't about holding on, but about letting be. It's about welcoming the other freely, knowing that every encounter has meaning, even if it doesn't last forever. And at that point, destiny ceases to be a frightening mystery and becomes a sacred movement, always working for our evolution, even when it takes us away from what the mind would like to hold on to. Letting go, in this sense, isn't the end of love, but its highest form. Because only what is free can continue to vibrate in purity. In conclusion, whenever you can't stop thinking about someone, remember this: it's not just a thought. It's a living connection. Your thoughts reach their subconscious. Your energy mirrors theirs. And fate, silent and precise, responds. What you feel is not weakness, but sensitivity. What you sense is not illusion, but subtle perception. So learn to think with love, to feel with kindness, and to love without attachment. Because your thoughts are not whispers in the void, they are currents that create reality. And the person you have in mind, even if they don't say it, perceives it. It hears you in the silence. It remembers you in the stillness. When its image returns, don't push it away. Smile, breathe, and let the thought transform into a wish: may you find peace, healing, and light in this connection. Then let go. Because if it must return, it will return. Not out of need, but out of harmony. And if it doesn't return, you'll know that connection has already served its purpose: to make you grow, to make you understand, to make you love more truly. Remember, sometimes the heart knows what the mind can't explain. And letting go is just another way of saying I love you in the language of the soul. If this message resonated with you, please like and share it with anyone you feel might find comfort or understanding. At Holistic Strategy, we continue to explore the invisible world of connections, awareness, and inner transformation every day. Subscribe to the channel, activate the bell, and join a community of souls learning to live with more presence, light, and truth. Because remember, every thought, every emotion, every connection is part of a larger strategy. The strategy of the soul.